Good morning, everybody. I am Mahesh Kumar, Assistant Professor in Tirthankar Mahavi University, Moradabad. Today's our topic related with Block 5th, Major Historians and Histography. We will see in this block Ramesh Chand Majumdar, Introduction to Ramesh Chand Majumdar, Early Life and his education, contribution to Indian nationalism, Histography and writings, Majumdar perspective on Indian history, criticism and controversies, Majumdar's influence on Indian historiography, awards and recognition, legacy and impact, last conclusion. Introduction, overview of presentation. Introduction to Ramesh Chand Majumdar. His contribution to Indian historiography, significance in modern historical study. The second slide lays the foundation of the presentation by outlining its scope and objectives. It begins with a brief introduction of Ramesh Chand Majumdar, highlight his stature as a historian and his extensive body of work. His contribution to Indian historiography are then underscored, pointed to his role in shaping other understanding of Indians past through scholarship and critical analysis. This slide also emphasizes the significance of Majumdar's work in modern historical study. His methodology focus on primary source and ability to weave comprehensive narrative from diverse historical periods make his work relevant even today. The slide prepare an audience for a detailed examination of how Mazumdar historiographical approach has influenced contemporary historians and the study of history as a discipline. By providing a clear overview, this slide ensures that the audience is primed to detailed discussion and follow. It set exception and serve as a roadmap for the presentation, ensuring that each subsequent slide building on this foundation and fundamental understanding. Now we see early life and education. R.C. Mazumdar born on December 4, 1888 in Thandarapara, Bangladesh, educated at Presidency College, Kolkata. Early influence and mentors. It delves into the formative years of Ramesh Chand Mazumdar, providing insight into his early life and education. Born on December 4, 1888 in Handarpara, Bangladesh, Mazumdar early environment and upbringing played a crucial role in shaping his intellectual pursuits. The socio-cultural milieu of his birthplace, combined with historical richness of Bengal, likely kindled his interest in history. Majumdar's academic journey began at Presidency College in Kolkata, an institution renowned for its rigorous academic standard and intellectual environment. Here, Majumdar was exposed to a variety of discipline and scholarly debates, which helped on his analytical skill and burden. His understanding of historical process, Presidency College emphasis on critical thinking and risk would have profoundly influenced Mazumdar approach to historiography, early influence and mentor. played a significant role in Mazumdar development as a historian's mentor at Presidency College and beyond, provided guidance, helping his negate and complexity of historical research and encouraging him to pursue his interest with dedication and vigor. These early experience and influence laid the groundwork for Mazumdar's future contribution to the field of history. The slide highlights the importance of Mazumdar's early life in shaping his intellectual, providing the audience with contextual background that is essential for understanding his later work and contribution. If we talk about academic and professional journey, teaching position at various institutions, main academic roles and contribution. This slide focus of Ramesh Chand Majumdar academic and professional journey, charting his path through various teaching position and main academic roles. Majumdar careers as an educator and scholar saw him occupying significant position at several prestigious institutions where he imparted knowledge and inspired generation of study. Majumdar began his teaching career shortly after completing his education, taking a position at institution that valued historical scholarship. His teaching roles allowed him to delve deeper into historical research as he balanced his responsibility as an educator with his passion for uncovering and interpreting historical data. His tenure at institutions such as the University of Calcutta and marked by a commitment to academic excellence and dedication to advance the study of history. Throughout his career, Majumdar held several main academic roles that involved him to influence the direction of historical research and education. His leadership in various historical society and uh, editorial position on academic journals helped shape solely discover and promote rigorous historical methodology. These roles also provide platform for Mazumdar to share his insight and foster collaboration with other historians. Majumdar contribution extended beyond the classroom and academic societies. His involvement in organizing conference, contributing to historical journal and participating in academic discussion helped dissemination in his ideas and establish his reputation as a leading historian. His slide underscored the slide underscore the breadth of Majumdar academic career, highlighting how this professional journey contributed to his overall impact on historiography. Now we see major works, major publication, corporate life in ancient Indian, advanced history of India, history of Bengal, overview of themes and historical periods covered. This slide provide an overview of Ramesh Chand Mazumdar works showcasing his prolific contribution to the field of history. Among his most notable publications, Corporate Life in Ancient India, Advanced History of India, and History of Bengal, each of which has made significant impact on the understanding of Indian historical narratives. Corporate life in ancient India explore the social and economic structure of ancient Indian society, shedding light on the organizational framework and institution that characterize with the period. Mazumdar meticulous research and analysis of primary sources in this work have provided invaluable insight into the dynamic of ancient Indian corporate life. In Advanced History of India, Majumdar offer a comprehensive survey of Indian history spanning from ancient times to the modern era. This work is renowned for its depth of analysis and depth of coverage, making it an essential reference to the student and scholar of Indian history. Majumdar's ability to synthesize vast account of historical data into coherent narratives in particularly evident in publication History of Bengal focuses on the rich and diverse history of the Bengal region, covering various periods and highlighting main events, figure, and cultural development. Majumdar expertise in Bengali history and his nuanced understanding of reign historical context make this work of cornerstone of regional histography. The slide provide an overview of theme and historical periods covered in Mazumdar major works demonstrating his versatility, the depth as a historian while highlighting these publications and slide underscore the significance of Mazumdar contribution to the field and sets the deep exploration of his historiographical approach and subsequent. Now we see histographical approach to histography emphasis on primary sources, methods, historical research and analysis, companies with contemporary historians. Ramesh Mazumdar approach to histography is characterized by a rigorous emphasis on primary source and meticulous research methods. This slide delves into the core aspect of his historiographical approach, highlighting the principles and techniques that underpin his scholarly work. Mazumdar places a strong emphasis on primary sources, recognizing their crucial role in constructing accurate and reliable historical narratives. His commitment to ensuring original documents, inscription, and other primary materials ensure that his research was grounded in authentic audience evidence. This meticulous attention to primary source allowed Majumdar to procedure work that were not only comprehensive but also credible and well substantiated. In terms of research methods, Majumdar was known for his systematic and analytical approach. He employed a variety of techniques to critically examine history, historical data across referencing source and their authenticity and relevance. His analytical rigor set is high understand and historical research and contributed to the robustness of his findings. Comparatively, Mazumdar approach differ from some of the contemporaries in several main aspects. While many historians of his time focus on narratives, historians and emphasize broad generalization, Mazumdar work was notable for its detail, analysis, and specificity. His willingness to engage deeply with primary source and his analytical precision disguise him from other historians who relied more heavily on secondary sources and overhanging narratives. This slide provide a comprehensive overview of Majumdar historical approaches, emphasize the methodology, and made his work influential and respected. By comparing his approach with those of his contemporaries and slides, highlight the unique contribution Mazumdar made to the field of history. Now we see Indian freedom struggle. View on the Indian freedom struggle, contribution to the understanding of the freedom movement, analysis of key figure and events. Ramesh Chandra Mazumdar view on the Indian freedom struggle from the significant part of his historical legacy. This slide explores his contribution to the understanding of Indian fight for independence, highlighting his analysis of figures and events that shaped the movement. Majumdar's work on the Indian freedom struggle is characterized by a balanced and nuanced perspective. He sought to provide a comprehensive account of the movement, examine its origin, development, and impact from multiple angles. His analysis went beyond the well known narratives, developing into the contribution of lesser known figure and regional movement that played crucial role in the broader struggle for independence. One of Majumdar's notable contribution in his detailed examination of the socio-political context in which the freedom struggle unfolded, he explored the interplay between various political, economic, and cultural factors that influence the movement, providing a holistic understanding of its dynamic. His work highlighted the diversity of the movement, showcasing the contribution of different communities, regions, and social groups. Majumdar analysis of main figure in the freedom struggle in particularly significant. He offered critical insight into the roles and ideologies of leaders such as Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, and Jawaharlal Nehru. By examining their strategy, motivation, and impact, Mazumdar provided a richer and more nuanced understanding of their contribution to the independence movement. This slide underscores Mazumdar's contribution to the histography of Indian freedom struggle, highlight his balanced and comprehensive approach by focusing on both well-known and lesser-known aspects of movement. Mazumdar work enriched the understanding of his critical period in Indian history. Now we see significant contribution to the study of ancient Indian. Ramesh Majumdar focus on ancient India history represent one of his most significant contribution to histography. This slide explores his work in this era, highlighting his main finding and interpretation that have shaped our understanding of ancient India. Mazumdar research on ancient Indian history is characterized by its depth and breadth. He covered a wide range of topics from the political and social structure of ancient Indian society and their culture and economic development. His work provides a comprehensive picture of ancient India, shedding light on its complexity and research. One of Mazumdar's significant contribution in his analysis of political history of ancient India, he meticulously document his rise and fall of various dynasties, examine their governance structures, administrative system, and military strategy. His detailed account of empires such as Mauryans, Gupta, and Cholas have been invaluable construction of coherent narrative of Indian ancient political landscape. In addition to political theory, Majumdar worked on the social and cultural aspect of ancient India. Noteworthy, he explored the societal norms, religious practices, and cultural achievement of ancient Indian civilization, providing insight into their daily lives and worldwide view. His research on ancient Indian art, literature, and philosophy highlight the intellectual and cultural contribution of these societies. Mazumdar interpretation of ancient Indian history were grounded in primary sources including inscriptions, manuscript, and archaeological findings. His rigorous analysis of this source allowed him to challenge prevailing assumptions and other new perspective on well-established historical narratives. His work has been instrumental in uncovering the diversity and complexity of Indian societies. This slide underscores Majumdar's significant contribution to the study of ancient Indian history highlight his key finding and interpretation by providing a detailed and nuanced understanding of ancient India. Mazumdar's work has enriched the field of histography and continues to be a valuable resource for scholars. Now we see critics and controversy. Debates on the interpretation and methodology, like many pioneering scholars, Mazumdar works has been subject to critics and scholarly debates. This slide examines the criticism he faced from other historians and debates surrounding his interpretation and methodologies. One of the main criticisms direct Mazumdar work in his prescribed emphasis of certain historical narratives at the expense of other. Some scholars have argued that his focus on political and dynastic historical sometimes oversaw the social and cultural aspect of Indian history. His critical suggests while Mazumdar work on political theory is comprehensive, it may not fully capture the everyday lives and experience of ordinary pupils. Another area of critics partition of Mazumdar interpretation of Indian freedom struggle. Some historians have debated his assessment of main figures and events, arguing that the interpretation of occasionally lacked a critical engagement with the broader socio-political context. These critics contend that Mazumdar portrayal and certain leaders and monuments may have been overly sympathetic and critical depending on the perspective. Mazumdar lines on primary source, while journalists see as the strength, has also been cautioned by some scholars. Critics argue that his emphasis on primary sources sometimes led to neglect a secondary literature which could have provided additional context and interpretation. This critic highlight the importance of balancing primary and secondary sources in his historical research. Despite these criticisms, it is essential to recognize that the scholarly debates are the natural parts of academic process. Mazumdar works has uh, sparked important discussion and encouraged further research and explore of Indian history. These debates surrounding the methodology and interpretation have contribution to a more nuanced and comprehensive understanding India's past. The slides underscore the criticism, controversies that the accompanied Majumdar works, highlighting the dynamic nature and historiographical scholarship. By examining these debates, the slide provide a balanced view of Majumdar contribution and the ongoing dialogue in field of history. Now we see contribution to historiography. Ramesh Chandra Majumdar contribution to historiography have had a profound impact on the study of Indian history. This slide explores his historiographical contribution and the legacy of his has left in the field. Mazumdar meticulous research and comprehensive narratives have significantly advanced an understanding of various periods of Indian society. His work on ancient India in particular has provided invaluable insight into the political, social and cultural dimension of ancient Indian society by relying on primary source and employ rigorous analytical methods. Mazumdar has produced work at both detailed and reliable. One of Mazumdar's main contribution in his ability to synthesize vast accounts and historical data into coherent and accessible narratives. His work such as Advanced History of Indian and History of Bengal serve as essential reference for student and scholar alike. These publications have helped shape an academic curriculum and provide a solid foundation for further research in Indian history. Mazumdar emphasis on primary source that also set a high standard for historical research. His commitment to authenticity and accuracy has influenced subsequent generation of historians, encouraging them to prioritize original document and evidence in their works. His methodology rigor and contribute to the overall quality and credibility of historical scholarship in India. In addition to his research, Majumdar leadership in academic society and editorial roles in historical journals have had a lasting impact on the field. His effort of promote rigor, scholar and foster collaboration among historians have helped advance the study of Indian history and historiography. Majumdar legacy in Indian historiography is evident to continued relevance of his work. The contribution have provided a framework for understanding India's complex historical narratives and have inspired further research and exploration. His influence extends beyond academic as his work have also informed public understanding and appreciation of India's rich historical heritage. The slide underscore Mazumdar in significant contribution to his historiography, highlight his impact on the study of Indian history and his enduring legacy in field. By emphasizing methodology, rigor, and comprehensive approach, the slide showcases the lasting influence of his work on historical scholarship. Now we see influence on modern historiography. Rameshchan Majumdar influence on modern historiography is profound and enduring. This slide explores how his work has shaped the field of historiography and relevance of his methodology in contemporary historians and historical research. Majumdar's meticulous approach to historical research, characterized by a strong emphasis on primary sources and rigorous analysis, has set a benchmark for subsequent historians. His commitment to authenticity and accuracy has inspired later scholars to adopt similar methodology, ensuring the historical narratives are grounded in reliable evidence. This influence is evident in work of contemporary historians who prioritize primary source and employ meticulous research techniques. Mazumdar's ability to synthesize complex historical data into coherent narratives and also will influence his comprehensive work, such as Advanced History of India, have served as models of historians seeking to present detailed and accessible accounts for historical events and periods. This narrative approach combined the analytical rigor has become a hallmark of quality historical scholarship. The relevance of Majumdar methodology today can be seen in continued emphasis on primary source in historical research. In an era where digital archive and the database have made primary source more accessible, Mazumdar on their importance is more permittent and than ever. Modern historians will continue to follow his lead, ensuring that their work is based on authentic and verifiable evidence. Majumdar influence extend beyond methodological approach. His balance and nuanced perspective on historical events such as the Indian freedom struggle have encouraged historians to adapt to more comprehensive and multiple phased view a story. He examined the diverse aspects of historical events, including political, social, and cultural dimension. Mazumdar work has reached the field of historiography and broad its scope. Contemporary histories also refer Mazumdar interdisciplinary approach where history intersect with the other fields such as archaeological anthropology and sociology. This holistic perspective in the Mazumdar continue to inform modern historical research and enhance our understanding of the past. This slide scored the significant influence of Ramesh Chand Majumdar on modern historiography, highlight the enduring relevance of methodology and perspective by examining how his work has shaped a field and continue to inspire contemporary historians. The slide emphasizes the lasting impact of Mazumdar contribution to the study of history. Now we see collaboration and leadership. Umesh Chand Majumdar collaborative efforts and leadership roles have significantly contributed to the advancement of historical scholarship. This slide explores his collaboration with other historians and this leadership in academic societies and institutions. Through its career, Majumdar recognized the importance of collaboration in enriching historical research. He worked with numerous historians both within India and internationally to produce comprehensive and nuanced historical narratives. This collaboration often involved joint research project, co-authored publication, and participation in academic conference. While working with other scholars, Majumdar was able to incorporate diverse perspective and expertise into his work, enhancing its depth and breadth. Majumdar leadership roles in academic society and institution further underscored his committed to advancing historical scholarship. He held main position in several prestigious organizations, including the Indian Historical Records Commission and Asiatic Society of Bengal. As a leader in this society, Mazumdar played a crucial role in promoting rigorous scholarship, setting research agenda, agenda and fostering a collaborating academic environment. One of Mazumdar's significant leadership contribution was his involvement in editorial roles of historical journal as an editor. He ensured publication of high quality research and facility scholarly dialogue through articles, peer review articles. His editorial work helped maintain academic standard and provide a platform for historical historians and share their research with a broader audience. Majumdar offered to organize academic conference and seminar, also demonstrate his leadership in the field. These events throw together historians from various discipline and religion, promoting the exchange and ideas, fostering the collaboration. Majumdar's leadership in organizing these events help create a variant academic community and advance the study of Indian society. Additionally, Majumdar mentored numerous students and young scholars, guiding their research and helping the negative and complexity of historical scholarship. His mentorship and guidance have had a lasting impact on the next generation of historians, many of whom who won to the significant contribution to the field. This slide highlight the Mazumdar collaborated works and leadership role, emphasizing his contribution to fostering a collaborative academic environment and advancing historical scholarship by exploring his collaboration and leadership position. The slide underscored the broader impact of Mazumdar work on the field of historiography. Now we see awards and recognition. Ramesh Majumdar contribute to the field of history have been recognized through numerous national and international awards and honors. This slide explored this main award and recognition in received, highlighting their significance in acknowledging the scholarly achievement. Majumdar work has been celebrated for its depth, rigor, and impact on the study of Indian history. Among the notable awards he received are Padam Bhushan and Padam Vibhushan, two of India's highest civilian honor. This award recognition Majumdar's outstanding contribution to literature and education, underscoring his influence on Indian historiography and his role in advancing the understanding of India's past. In addition to these national honor, Majumdar was also recognized internationally for his scholarly work. He received accolades from various academic institutions and historical societies worldwide, reflecting the global impact on his research. This international recognition highlighting Mazumdar's status as a leading historian whose work transcends national boundaries and contribution to the global understanding of Indian society. Mazumdar Award the recognition also include honorary degrees from prestigious universities which acknowledge the contribution to historical scholarship and his role as an educator. These honorary degrees celebrate Majumdar academic excellence and his commitment to promoting rigorous historical research. One of the significant recognition of Mazumdar work came from his period and fellow historians. His election to main position of historical society and editorial boards reflect the high regard in which he was held by the academic community. These positions allowed Mazumdar and influenced the direction of historical research and promote scholarly dialogue. Mazumdar Award and recognition serve as a testament to his scholarly achievement and his lasting impact on the field of history. They underscore the importance of his contribution to historiography and highlight the recognition he received for his dedication to the uncovering and interpreting Indian historical narratives. This slide emphasizes the significance of awards and recognition Majumdar received, showcasing the acknowledgement of the contribution of both national and international academic communities. While highlighting this honor, the slides underscore Majumdar stated that distinguished historians whose work has had a profound and lasting impact of the field of historiography. Now we see challenges and obstacles. Overcoming barriers in history and historical research. Throughout his illustrious career, Rameshchan Mazumdar faced numerous challenges and obstacles, both personal and professional. This slide explored the difficulties and encountered and his reliance in overcoming these barriers to advance historical research. One of the significant challenges of Mazumdar faced was a scarcity of primary source of certain periods of Indian history. The ability to reliable historical documents was often limited, making it difficult to construct accurate and comprehensive narratives. Majumdar had to negative these gave in the historical records by employing meticulous research techniques and cross-referring available sources. His ability to derive meaningful insight from limited data in the testament to his scholarly rigor and perseverance. Majumdar also faced the professional challenges in the form of academic debates and critics. His interpretation of the historical events and figure sometimes sparked controversy and criticism from other historians. Engaging in these scholarly debates required Mazumdar to continually defend his methodology and conclusion, which could be both intellectual demanding. Mazumdar remained committed to the research and continued to the contribution to the field of historiography. Personal challenges also played a role in shaping Mazumdar's career, balancing academic responsibility with personal commitments. require careful time management and dedication. Majumdar ability to maintain productivity, scholarly output while negative personal challenges speak to his reliance and determination. Another obstacle Mazumdar undercounted was the broader social political context of his time. The Indian freedom struggle and subsequent independence brought about significant challenges in the academic and political landscape. Mazumdar had to adapt to these challenges while continuing his research and contributing to the academic discoveries, and his ability to navigate these turbulent times and remain focused on his scholarly pursuit in indicative of academically and commitment of historical research despite these challenges and obstacles. Majumdar contribution to the field of history remained subsequent and influential. His reliance in the face of diversity and his dedication to overcoming interpreting India's historical narratives serve as the inspiration to future generations of historians. This slide highlights the personal and professional challenges Mazumdar faced, emphasize his reliance and determination in overcoming these obstacles. By exploring the difficulties we encountered, the slide provides a deeper understanding and the perseverance required to make significant contribution to the field of historiography. Now we see personal life and interest. Ramesh Chand Mazumdar personal life and interest played a significant role in shaping his scholarly pursuit and contribution to historiography. This slide explores his life background, personal interest, and how its personal experience influenced his work. Mazumdar was born into culturally rich and intellectually stimulating environment. His family background and early upbringing exposed him to a wealth of historical and cultural knowledge, fostering his interest in history from a young age. Growing up in Bengal and region with a deep historical legacy, further fulfilled his passion for exploring and understanding and India past. Majumdar's personal interest extend beyond his professional work. He had a keen interest in literature, art, and philosophy, which enriched his historical research and provided him with a broader perspective on the culture and intellectual heritage of India. His appreciation for this discipline in reflect in the comprehensive approach to historiography, where the integrated insight from various fields and constructed non historical narratives. The influence of Mazumdar's personal life on his work, evidence in his choice, research topic, and his commitment to historical accuracy. His personal experience and the historical context in which he lived shaped his understanding of the complexity of Indian history. Mazumdar first-hand experience of significant events such as the Indian freedom struggle informed his perspective and interpretation, adding depth the authenticity to his work. Mazumdar's personal life also influenced his approach to mentorship and education. His dedication to the young scholar and guiding their research was driven by the on his experience and support the relevance and received from mentor early in his career. The commitment to the education and mentorship had a lasting impact on the academic community and helped shape and next generation of historians. In his personal life, Majumdar was known for his humility, intellectual curiosity, and dedication to his work. This quality endeared him to a collegiate student and peer, fostering a collaborative and supporting academic environment. His personal values and principles were reflected in the personal conduct and scholarly contribution, underscoring the interconnection of his personal and professional lives. This slide provides a glimpse into the Ramesh Chand Majumdar personal life and interest, highlight the influence of his family background and personal experience on his work. By exploring this aspect, the slide offer a more holistic view of Majumdar as both a historian and individual, emphasizing the human dimension of his scholarly achievement. In the last, we will see conclusion. In this slide provides a summary of the main points covered in the presentation, recapping Ramesh Chand Majumdar life, work and contribution to the historiography. It highlights the importance of his scholarly achievement in the context of Indian history. Ramesh Chand Majumdar was born on December 4, 1888 in Khandarpara, Bangladesh. He pursued his education at Presidency College, Kolkata, where they developed a strong foundation in historical research. His early influence and mentor played a crucial role in shaping his intellectual pursuits, laying the groundwork for his future contribution to historiography. Majumdar's academic career was him occupying significant teaching position and main role in various academic societies. His leadership in organizations such as the Indian Historical Records Commission and the Asiatic Society of Bengal underscored his commitment to advancing historical scholarship and promoting rigorous research. Majumdar's major works include corporate life in ancient India, advanced history of India, and history of Bengal, have had a lasting impact on the study of Indian history. His meticulous research, emphasis on primary sources, and interdisciplinary approach set high understand for historical scholarship, influencing subsequent generation of historians. His contribution to the historiography of the Indian freedom struggle, ancient Indian history, and corporate entite in which ancient Indian have enriched the field and provided valuable insight into India past. Majumdar work has also sparked important scholarly debates and encouraged further research and exploration. Despite facing personal and professional challenges, Majumdar relies and listen to historians. Research remain unworking. His ability to overcome obstacle and continue contributing to the field of history deserve as the inspiration of future generation of historians. Mazumdar's legacy is evidence in his influence of modern historiography, his role as a mentor and educator, and continued relevance of his methodology. His work continues to inform the inspire historical research, ensuring his contribution remain as an integral part of the study of Indian history. This slide provides a comprehensive summary of Ramesh Majumdar life, work and contribution, emphasizing their significance in the context of Indian history by recapping the key points and slide reinforce the importance of Mazumdar scholarly achievement and their lasting impact on the field of historiography.